Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully, because today, we are stepping into a world most people never see. A world behind steel doors, buzzing cameras, cold concrete floors, and rules written in fear. This is the reality of how police and correction officers treat inmates in the United States. Not the movie version, not the social media version, the real version, raw and unfiltered. And believe me, it's not simple. It is a story of power, pain, discipline, humanity, and sometimes, injustice. 1. It starts the moment they are arrested. The USA, treatment begins before someone even reaches jail. From the moment a person is handcuffed, the officer decides the tone. Some officers act professionally, firm, but controlled. Others let their authority turn into aggression. A simple command becomes a shout. A simple question becomes a threat. A simple mistake becomes an excuse for force. Many inmates say the first lesson they learn is this: in America, the moment you're arrested, you stop being a person, you become a problem to manage. 2. Entering jail, where power is once. The inmate enters the jail facility. Everything changes instantly. They're told where to stand, where to look, how to speak. They are searched, stripped, scanned, logged, filed. Officers treat every new arrival as a potential danger, guilty or innocent, doesn't matter. Imagine, a human being enters and becomes an ID number, a file, a case, a risk factor. One officer once said, "In here, respect is not given, it is controlled." 3. Some officers use power responsibly. Some abuse it. This is the truth. Not all police and guards are the same. Some are incredibly professional. They treat inmates fairly. They follow rules. They keep peace. But others use their badge like a weapon. They shout, intimidate, threaten, and sometimes physically push inmates simply to show who's in charge. Inmates call them power officers because their satisfaction comes from making others feel small. One inmate described it like this: they don't hit you with fists, they hit you with their control. 4. Discipline rules everything inside an American jail. Discipline is the highest law. Wake up at 5 a.m., count time at 6 a.m., breakfast in 7 minutes. No talking during lineup. No standing in corners. No covering your face. No refusing orders. If you break even a small rule, you can be punished, and punishment can be harsh. Isolation cells, privilege, removal, restricted movement, constant surveillance. Inmates say, jail is not physical chains, it's mental chains. 5. Respect is the currency inside prison. Respect is everything. If an inmate disrespects an officer even slightly, they feel the consequences. But if an officer disrespects an inmate, the inmate can do nothing. That imbalance creates a deep emotional pressure. One former inmate said, "In jail, you learn to swallow your pride or choke on your anger." 6. Good behavior gets good treatment. This part people don't talk about in us prisons. Inmates who follow rules usually get better treatment. Officers breathe easier around them. Food distribution is smoother. Movement is more relaxed. Conversations become more human. Some officers even show genuine kindness. A small joke, a small advice, a little humanity. Because officers also know, calm inmates create a calm facility. 7. Bad behavior gets zero mercy, but if an inmate causes trouble, refuses orders, fights, or trespass, treatment becomes strict. Very strict. More force. More control. More discipline. More punishment. Inmates quickly learn. In here, attitude has consequences. 8. Mental pressure is stronger than physical pressure. Officers always hurt inmates physically, but the mental pressure is intense. You are watched every second. You are told what to do every minute. You are surrounded by people you don't trust. You are forced to obey people you don't like. This psychological control is what breaks people. An ex-prisoner said, "They don't need to touch you. The system itself crushes you." 9. There are officers who actually care. This is true and must be said. Some officers treat inmates with surprising respect. They talk to them like humans. They encourage them to change. They help them stay safe. They calm down fights. They offer advice. 1 officer said to an inmate, "My job is not to punish you. My job is to make sure you leave this place better, not worse." These officers are rare but real, and inmates never forget them. 10. At the end, it depends on the officer, not the system. The U.S. justice system is complicated. Some places treat inmates fairly. Some are strict but professional. Some are harsh, unforgiving, and abusive. But the truth is simple. How an inmate is treated depends on the officer in front of them. One officer can make jail survivable. Another can make the same jail feel like hell. Every inmate has a different story, but they all say one thing: if you want to know the truth about power, go where people have none. Only then do you see how humanity truly behaves.